Your absence is no joke. Nobody's laughing anymore. No more ha-has and he-he's, you know what I mean? When you exit the building and when you stay out of the building, people know that's it. All right. Your absence is felt and your absence is palpitating. Your absence is the type of void that a lot of people wish that they did not really fumble, they didn't mess over, screw over. And it's because when you were around, you carried a weight to you. You were of substance. All right. Think about all the people that you might be around that have no substance. All right. You could be in a room full of people, but when you're trying to talk to these people or have a conversation, have a rapport, it's like it's not going anywhere. And it's because these people are not of substance. They don't offer much beyond the physical or materialistic sense. All right. So when you're the type of person who's around people, you have a lot to offer, you have a lot of insight, a lot of intellect. People fumble that. People don't understand that. They don't want to get into that. All right. So they will fumble you in various ways until you're no longer around. Your absence speaks volumes. Your absence is grand. Imagine that, like you not even being around anymore sends a very clear message that whatever it was that had transpired, whatever disrespect, whatever happened here that made you feel like you had to be removed from these rooms, people will undoubtedly see that it isn't a joke. It's not a laughing matter. Your absence is strong. Your absence is felt. Okay? So yes, when you're not around anymore, and you were of value. You know what I mean? Like you added, once again, a lot of substance. You had a lot of insight, rich insight, a lot of things to say, and you held weight and you were real. You know, when people feel like that's no longer there, people will feel like something is missing from this environment. You know, people will feel like there's something that's off, right? And it's really crazy that you can have this sort of energy where your absence is now making the whole place feel off. Something feels weird, something doesn't feel right anymore. But when you were around, there was nothing but disrespect. There was nothing but being ostracized, being left out, being bullied, being micromanaged, whatever the situation was. And so now when you're no longer around, because a lot of times we remove ourselves because we actually know our value. We see what we're made of, we know what we deserve. And so sometimes we will remove ourselves from certain situations because we know how much we are valued. We know how much we can really achieve. And in these low vibrational places, it's just, it wasn't working out. And so these the people who we left behind are going to feel the same thing too in their own kind of way. Like they're going to now see that, wow, that person had a lot to say. They were making sense, when they were talking. Why is it that we never listened? Why did we not listen to what these people were saying? A lot of times you'll be in a lot of rooms where people just don't want to hear where you're coming from, point blank, period. They don't care if you're on the team, at the workplace, especially, I'm telling you. It's like when you're at the workplace and you're trying to put in your 2 cents like everybody else got a chance to, it's like people want to dumb you down or quiet you down until you're not around anymore, right? You're not around to be dumbed down anymore because you realize your value and you were probably being suffocated in this location. And so now when people try to have these conversations, now they kind of see like none of them are really of substance. None of them are really working out. Nothing is effective. Nobody has any viable, options, no viable solutions. Where is that guy? Where is that woman? Like, and then they feel and they realize that your absence is really felt. They should have listened to you. They don't, it's really hard to put into words because it's like people will fumble you when you're around, not even hear you out. It's like in one ear, out the other. That's the saying, right? But then when you're gone, it's almost like now they can hear you, It's like now they can hear what you're trying to say the whole time. But now it's too late because you're physically not around, physically not accessible anymore. So absolutely, your absence is not a joke. And that's why a lot of people you're going to see trying to hit you up after the fact. People trying to see what you're doing after the fact, trying to see if you're going to come back after the fact, and it's because they see now that you were right. Or once again, you were of high value. You had a lot going for yourself. You tried to elevate the masses. You tried to elevate the workplace, that family. You try to give people answers to their problems, right? And because people are so jealous that they don't even want to hear from you, or thinking that what do you have to offer, thinking that you're undervalued, or thinking that you're not as educated or you're not as knowing as you actually are, you leave, you fly, and you continue to show others, you continue to show the world how smart and intellectual you really are. The people that fumbled you and that you leave behind are just left wondering, like, wow, and your absence hits people like a load of bricks. All right, everybody. So you got to remember who you are and understand that you're a beautiful person and you do have a strong impact on this planet. And not everybody's going to take this kindly. Some people, they don't know what to do with it. All right. So make sure no matter where you are in this world, continue to elevate yourself and stay up as always.